Hey everybody, welcome to week 7. All right, I just got back from a long hike with my kids outside. It's 40 degrees, but let me tell you, it was worth it. You need to get out of the house sometimes. And don't worry, we were observing all social distancing conventions and requirements and everything, so no concerns there. But honestly, you really do. You need to get out of the house if you can. I don't know, every state is going to be a little different. Every municipality is going to be a little different. I know some places are have more kind of restrictions on them than others. But if you are able to get out, if you're able to walk around your neighborhood, or if there's a local park where it's not too crowded, get out there. You got to get outside, even if it's cold, even if it's snowing, which it was yesterday here in upstate New York. We had a lot of snow. You still need to get out. You need to get away from screens a little bit. I'm saying this as somebody who teaches online and somebody who teaches computer skills. You need to get away from screens for a little bit. So it was worth it. I'm feeling pretty good now. Now, let's talk week 7. All right, a couple things we want to do in terms of just housekeeping. This is the last full week of class. Yay! But this does mean that we need to get a lot of stuff done in the next week and a half. It's not even a full half week. It's from now until next Monday night. When it comes to late work, and I mean anything from week 7 is not late, but week 7 and earlier, or I should say earlier than week 7, has to be in by the end of the day Saturday. Okay, I've been trying to do as much as I can to keep the late work kind of window open as long as possible, because I know a lot of people have fallen behind, understandably so too. But I do need to close that window at some point, and that window is going to have to be closed on Saturday. So Saturday night, 11:59 p.m. Anything that's before week 7, it has to be in. Okay, anything, it has to be in by then. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if anything's coming up and you're like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, let me know. Okay, email me, call or text 585-433-5871, and I can. We can see what we can do. I can see if I can help you out or call you up and walk you through something. I don't know. So that's when the final work has to be done. That's late work, I should say. Remember, the supplemental syllabus and the tracking calendar talked about this. Week 7.5, which is that half week, starts on Friday. So this week starts on Sunday, right? And it goes to Saturday, as it usually does. But on that Friday, week 7.5 starts, and that goes until Monday at 11:59 p.m. So there's going to be an overlap on Friday and then Saturday for week 7 and 7.5. So just be aware of that, okay? So late work, end of the day Saturday. Friday starts the overlap where we have week 7.5. Okay, all this stuff, I know. Let's talk PowerPoint. So in the Microsoft Office world, we've gone through Outlook, we've gone through Word, we've gone through Excel, and I hope you learned a lot in Excel. And now we're going to go on to PowerPoint. So some of you probably know PowerPoint relatively well. This is the presentation software that Microsoft provides through Microsoft Office. And so you're going to be learning a lot about how to put together a presentation well. So it's not just how do you use PowerPoint, this software, and what are the bells and whistles, and how do I add slides, and how do I add images and charts and graphs, that kind of stuff. But how do you do it effectively? How do you make a presentation that looks good, that people want to actually listen to or people want to hear? That's key. It's not enough to be able to know the ins and outs, the bells and whistles of PowerPoint. You need to be able to know how to use those effectively. So a lot of what we're going to be talking about in the discussion board is going to be related to how to use it properly, how to use it in a professional capacity. And that's what the lecture is going to talk about as well. Sure, bells and whistles, features, how to open this, how to save that, sure. But it's really going to be a lot about tips and tricks and what to do. So pay careful attention to what you have in the lecture, because it's going to give you a lot of tips and tricks. For instance, you want to make sure that when you are putting together a PowerPoint presentation, let's say that it's associated with a paper that you're writing, do not copy and paste entire paragraphs, blocks of text into slides on PowerPoint. It looks terrible, it's bad on the eyes, it gets your your audience to start reading the text off the screen instead of listening to you. You don't want that. You want to use things like bullet points, right? So these 1 sentence, maybe 2 sentence worth bullet points. You don't want more than probably 6 or 7 per slide. There are different rules about how to do that. The 6x6 rule or the 7x7 rule. So you don't want to overload. That's one thing. You want to make sure that you don't have, you want to have enough, I should say, you want to have enough contrast between your background your background color and the color of your font. Now, usually PowerPoint does a good job of kind of selecting those for you, so you don't need to worry about it. But sometimes if you tweak them a little bit, you can get into some problems. So just be aware of that. I know the lecture, I think, mentioned something about a white background and black text. Don't do that, okay? Don't tell everyone that I'm saying this, but you want to have some sort of background. You want to have something, all right? You don't want to have it just be stark white, because that can be pretty oppressive to the eyes as well. So those are just some of the things that you're going to want to think about when you're going through the lecture. And the discussion post this week is really about that. It's how do you put this together effectively? And there's going to be a scenario that you're going to walk through. So we do have a PowerPoint presentation you're going to be doing this week, and then a reflection as well. So there's 2 assignments there along with the discussion board. So PowerPoint is all that we're going to be talking about this week. There's going to be a lot of really, really interesting things for us to be covering. And remember, you're near the end. It's almost there. Look, if you can get through college this term with all that's going on in the world, you can get through pretty much anything. I mean, think about that for a minute. This is the hardest college term that I can ever imagine anyone having, all right? And if you can get through this, and you can get through it well, and you can march into the next one confident that you can get through that one too, then there's really nothing stopping you, folks. You can get through pretty much anything, okay? So keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. If you need some confidence, if you need some help, if you need just someone to vent to because things are really stressful, that's why I'm here, okay? So let me know if there's anything I can do to help you out. Looking forward to our conversations this week. Thanks.